Screen not responding. Yeah, from my side, everything goes from here. You just double check on that one, but from here, everything's running. One must be playing. How's this thing going? Is it will be the first presentation?
National Commission. No one is going to speak except him. Provinces are going to answer questions if there is any provincial specific. It won't go. We've decided not to go ahead with it. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Is the mic on?
Yeah. 1, 2.
It's on.
Yes. So none of this presentation.
Yeah. A very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen of the media. I hope I am audible. The National Commissioner of the South African Police Service, the Deputy National Commissioners of Police, Lieutenant Generals that are part of this media briefing. Let me greet you all this afternoon on this media briefing that is going to be led by the National Commissioner of the SAPS, giving an account of the SAPS major successes and takedowns during the first 2 quarters of this year. I will then just quickly introduce members of the panel before the National Commissioner takes us through the official media statement of today. We have the National Commissioner of the SAPS, General Fannie Masemola, right at the center in police uniform. I'm sure we are all familiar with the National Commissioner. On the left-hand side of the National Commissioner is Deputy National Commissioner for Crime Detection, Lieutenant General Sibia. On the right-hand side of the National Commissioner, we have Acting Deputy National Commissioner for Support Service, Lieutenant General Nkua. On the right-hand side of General Nkua is the Lieutenant General Kosisen Tumule, who is our Divisional Commissioner responsible for Detective and Forensic Services. Moving on the side of General Sibia, we have got the Provincial Commissioner for Gauteng Province, Lieutenant General Mtombeni. And then on my far left, we have a Divisional Commissioner for Visible Policing, Lieutenant General Mamoteti. Online, we have got all other provincial commissioners that are connected virtually across the country. They are also going to be fielding questions from members of the media should a need arise. But the National Commissioner is going to take us through the official media statement of today. Ladies and gentlemen of the media, National Commissioner, over to you. National Commissioner will come and take on this podium. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, everyone, and the Deputy National Commissioners present here today, members of the media. I address you, our briefing today will be looking back in terms of where we come from, following incidents of crime that shock the nation now and then, especially in areas that where there are challenges. Work of organized crime syndicates is being dealt a blow, and we remain hard at work in increasing the speed and pace of which we proactively deal decisively with criminals in all sizes and shapes. Also, members of the media, it's important to know that in the 17 months through our high-density crime combating operation, which is Operation Chanela, police have arrested over 900,000 suspects. That is since May last year. I'll repeat it. Since the inception of Chanela, we have arrested more than 900,000 suspects. We will be giving a detailed report in terms of where we have been, and also later will ask the provincial commissioners to assist us in case there are any direct questions to a specific province. Ladies and gentlemen, we continue to stamp the authority of the state through increased police visibility, coordinated and bold, decisive law enforcement operation, and most importantly, improved community participation in the fight against crime. Indeed, the overwhelming support and improved active citizenry displayed by South Africans from all walks of life in assisting our men and women in blue, in providing information, in tracking down wanted and dangerous criminals is appreciated. We commend the assistance that we get from our communities. We have witnessed an increased cooperation and the unity display in working closely with communities on various cases, including the recent arrest of the 6 suspects linked to the Lusikisiki mass shooting and the arrest of Pete Simao, a Mozambican national who has been arrested in connection with the rape and murder of a 6-year-old Amandle Samane in Soweto. I therefore take the opportunity on behalf of the men and women in blue to thank our communities, the social media and media houses for playing their role in broadcasting and sharing information rapidly to all South Africans. This ultimately led police in the right direction to apprehend the cold-hearted criminals like Kasipedi Ware, Rimpiachepedi, ba re dimpšapedi ga di šitwe ke sebata. Re leboga tshebedišano mmogo, re leka moso le sware jwalo. Let's step into the peak of the festive season with the same spirit of unity and cooperation, and surely we can't be defeated by the very few minute criminals that are out there within communities. We are aware that there will be more firearms, more drugs that will be seized, so we say to communities, keep on with that assistance. Ladies and gentlemen, the ongoing mass shootings in the provinces of Eastern Cape, KwaZulu-Natal, Gauteng, and Western Cape are a concern and requires us as police to ramp up our efforts. Hence, our operations in those provinces are intelligence-led, and we will continue with the fight against crime and the eradication or recovery of firearms in those provinces. The recent incidents have seen us constantly refining our crime combating strategies. It is encouraging that in most, and if not all, mass shootings, we have made arrests. I'm sure you have witnessed that. There's very few where we haven't. For example, in the Eastern Cape, another mass murder claimed the life of 5 family members last week. But within days since the commission of the crime, 2 suspects were arrested and the weapon used in the commission of the crime was also seized. Still in the Eastern Cape, 5 men were shot and killed in New Brighton. The person believed to be the trigger puller was hunted down and at an informal settlement. Unfortunately, he did not surrender. He shot at police and he was fatally wounded. The Eastern Cape, KwaZulu-Natal province, and also the ongoing gang-related shooting in the Western Cape need to be singled out. Hence, our efforts in those provinces are continuous. Our operational focus remains on these provinces. Also in terms of wanted criminals, we also strengthen our efforts in that regard to root out especially illegal firearms from the streets. In all these areas, we have beefed up and reinforced deployments, and we will continue with those ramp-up deployments throughout the festive season. It is important to note that these provinces, that is Western Cape, KwaZulu-Natal, Gauteng, and Eastern Cape, are always prioritized in terms of resources, be it new boots on the ground. We do make sure that we give more to these provinces in terms of resources so that we can reduce crimes in those areas. Not that we are neglecting other provinces. All we are saying is we prioritize the provinces where there are most of these crime problems. Ladies and gentlemen, we can plan, coordinate, but if we don't have the support of our communities, we are not going to be able to win this battle. We are again asking our communities to work with the police continuously so that we can deal with this very crime, and also root out these few criminals out of the community. Through Operation Chanela, we have seized and we have confiscated more than 100 illegal firearms per week. Just to illustrate that, just last week we confiscated 132 firearms, and the previous week we have confiscated 138 firearms. Since our last briefing during the first week in September, we have seized more than 840 firearms during weekly operations, and this includes high-caliber firearms used in the mass killings and robberies. Most of these firearms are seized in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, Western Cape, Gauteng, and the Eastern Cape. The recent takedown of 4 armed criminals on the R59 in Ireton sent out a clear warning that police are dominating the space, and this was an intelligence-led operation. And we will continue making sure that we try our utmost best to be out there before the crime is committed. Last week's arrest of 7 suspects minutes after they've just committed an armed robbery at a jewelry shop in Clearwater Mall is a demonstration that law enforcement agencies and private security companies are working as one. Within a few minutes after this incident, all stakeholders were able to corner the suspects and the jewelry, including, and recover the jewelry that was stolen. And in that process, all of them were arrested. This sharing of resources and intelligence and cooperation between various law enforcement agencies does assist a lot. However, it is also embarrassing to note that at the same operation where at the Clearwater Mall robbery, one of the firearms recovered there belongs to a security company in Gauteng, and the firearm was not reported stolen. We have taken more efforts in making sure that that specific company is brought to account.